Sorry. Hello, respected Australian Conference of Economists attendees. Hello, my name is Ding Xiang, and I'm pleased to welcome you to our video presentation about economics. As representative of navigating taxation policies and public health dynamics, we are thrilled to share our expertise and knowledge on key topics that intersect economics and public policy. Right. Today, we may examine 5 fascinating questions from our prestigious board of directors that provide light on the dynamic world of economics and its effects on society. First, we will examine how consumption tax affect consumers and producers. Next, we will compare consumption tax and tariff that were lost on imports. Then we will examine how consumption tax affect aggregate demand and supply in the macroeconomy. Finally, we will describe how empirical econometric models and can evaluate health improving taxes long-term effects on public health and economic growth. So, imagine an equilibrium market where consumers and producers profits from exchanges. A consumption tax disrupt equilibrium. Price rise, consumer supplies fall, and producer revenue falls. In this economic recalibration, that word loss represents taxation inefficiency. We must understand these intricacies to create wise economic policy. In conclusion, consumption tax reduce consumer and producer surplus and can cause direct loss. Poli- Policymakers and economists must understand this consequence to assess taxation policy efficiency and equality. So, explore how tariffs affect imports. Imagine a country that tax import goods with a tariff. This tax raises import price, rising the supply curve. Thus, customers pay more for these commodities, reducing consumer surplus. The tariff also causes deadweight loss indicated by the triangle region between the supply curve before the tariff. So the new supply curve after the tariff and the demand curve. Tariffs affect consumers and foreign manufacturers, unlike consumption tax. Policymakers and economists must understand these distinctions to assess trade policy welfare. Consumption tax reach a macroeconomics levels. Consumption tax alter aggregate demand and supply across the economy. These taxes pinch consumers' wallets, lowering expenditures and shifting the aggregate demand curve left. Meanwhile, increasing production costs can reduce firm desire to produce products and service, shifting the aggregate supply curve left. This dual influence can greatly affect economic activities and price stability. Policymakers must understand these effects to navigate taxation policies, intricacies, and macroeconomic effects. Right. Now we use the ADAS model to examine economics and public health. Can a health tax boost economy? Think about it. Governments can discourage hazardous consumption and create income by taxing sugary drinks. This cash can be invested in public health programs to improve population health. Improve public health boosts worker productivity, lowering healthcare expenses. Long-term advantage boosts economic growth, competitiveness, and prosperity. In conclusion, health improving taxes may have long-term economic benefits. We can construct a healthier, more prosperous future for all with ADAS guides policy decision. Last, tax may affect health and economic growth. Directed acyclic graphics can show the complicated causal relationships. A DAD lets us visualize factors like obesity rates, healthcare costs, productivity, and economic growth. This helps us discover direct and indirect ways a Fed tax may affect these factors. Empirical econometric models use real-world data to assess the health and may affect these factors. Oh, sorry. Economic implication of a Fed tax. We can measure these impacts and account for confounding factors using rigorous statistical methods like regression analysis. This method lets policymakers analyze the health advantage and economic cost of a Fed tax before implementing it. So we can build a rich and healthy society for future generations by balancing the public health and economic goals. Alright, this is the end of my presentation. So if you have any further question or would like to discuss these topics in more detail, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'll be delighted to continue the conversation.